Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Very important phone call that I had to tend to. Okay. Old Valia. Valia? Old Valia. Let's go with that, that sounds good. Remnants of an empire of warring merchant nations. Okay, it's basically a farmer. Hundreds of lawless pirate-infested islands. I like the sound of that. Deadfire, home to Boreal dwarves, Almawa, and a mixed variety of other races. Last stop for anyone heading east, a multitude of monstrous sea creatures infest the ocean beyond, making travel virtually impossible. That sounds like a fun race. Not race, but culture to have grown up in, so let's go with that. Background. Aristocrat, explorer, laborer, merchant, slave, raider, mercenary, hunter, and drifter. I'm thinking drifter? Which new town? From the sounds of it, the godlike are not very welcomed by most. So, maybe a slave or a drifter. Never known freedom. Shackles and chains have bound your existence, and someone has told you what to do your entire life. Maybe a mercenary could be good too. Solve your problems by pulling out your weapon and applying force. I think drifter could be good. Sorry about that. Or no, raider. That could be good. What you want, you take, and what was theirs has the tendency to become yours. Let's make him a drifter. Always lost, never knowing where to go. No, let's not. Let's go with green? Nah. Nah, that's too bright. That's a good red, I think. Go with that light brown. Whoa. It's okay, so we can go with the classic double horn, or we can go with something crazy like this or this. I think I might go with this. Looks kind of neat. Yeah. Portrait. Wow, that's almost perfect. Okay, those are all pretty common portraits, but none that really fit us. Dwarves, elves, more elves. I think we'll just go with this for now.
Well, kill them all!
Okay, so now there's a whole bunch of voices too. That's awesome. Okay, so sinister.
A blade in the dark.
Yeah. Follow me. Take him down.
Noble.
The better part of valor. I'm here. Leading the way. After them!
Feisty.
Quickly and quietly. I shall lead us. Let us end this.
A blade in the dark. Now I am the leader of the group.
I think Sinister really fits the look of this character. Let's go. Oh, and here comes the hardest part. Naming your character. You know, let's just go with my regular name. Akuma. Alright. Let's get this started. Oh wow, right into the game already. Journey to Gilded Vale. Master Odima. Caravan Master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jaws quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you are planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the Caravan Master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over. Hey! You stop that.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, of course. In which case you'll be dead in a day.
Oh god. Stinging beetle? Rumbling
There's a
rot,
berry
dude.
grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Oh, okay. I don't think he was frowning because of my race. I think he was frowning because I'm sick. I'd sort of forgotten. My bad. Jumping to conclusions. Odima looks over his shoulder at his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfell. Carries an old, sun-bleached bow. Sun-bleached bow. Is that him over there on the left? Sparfell nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. Where would I
They
find
grow on
these
a bush
berries?
that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Your character's attributes, skills, class, race, culture, and sex may all open up options for you in dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to the other responses, but give you a wider variety of choices to select from. That is awesome! That includes so many things. The manner in which someone responds to your choices depends on their individual personality and attitude. Oh wow, that closed perfectly. Perfect timing. Who did build
Got
the
different
ruins?
names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
So is it dangerous out
Not
here?
if you hurry about your business. And not if the weather holds up.
There's concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. What kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beowick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never care to.
Beowick. What are these huge rocks coming out of the ground?
They don't got Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories.
Oh, so I'm assuming that's these crystal things here.
It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days.
Oh, that's
The
awesome.
soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
Hold a man's soul. Okay, let's
Hold
get those
on.
berries.
Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot. Not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
Fair enough. He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who spent the journey's nights sleeping on uneven ground without blanket nor pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
For show.
No promises.
Ooh,
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
Something tells
You heard the
me...
man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Well,
Oh, sweet.
I'll take care of it.
Something tells me we're gonna run into a Beawick. Party da-da-da. Okay, basically it's saying that she's a melee fighter and I'm not, so she's gonna be in the front lines. Or she'll be better at being in the front line. Select a party member, click on their selection circle. Okay. Someone at the left to select multiple party members, click and hold
What is
the
it?
dragon marquee. To move,
As you wish.
click. See a red circle with a slash through it, you cannot walk on that part of the map. Oh, nice, just like in the Baldur's Gate games. When multiple party members are selected, the action bar is hidden. To see an individual character's options, select only that character.
What you need?
What's this? Knock down, weapon sets, talk to Kalisa? I forgot how you pronounce her name. Shit. What is this? A wand. Alright, level 1 spells, fan of flames, slicken, thrust of tide veils, chill fog. Arcane assault, 2 per encounter. Unleashes a bolt of magical energy from the grimoire that inflicts raw damage and dazes targets in the area.
Well, I'll take care of it.
Let's get moving. I want to talk to all you people. There's a lot of you. Let's just take a look around at the encampment. Most people you encounter in the world are neutral or friendly. You can interact with them by clicking on their selection circle. Many characters simply greet you and go on their way. Others will have larger conversations to explore. The merchant, Hyodan, has a conversation that opens the store with equipment for sale. I'm assuming you're Hyodan. Well, before we get started, we're gonna have to talk to everybody in this encampment. But, you know, I think this video has gone on long enough, so let's do that next time. Look, we can loot that. I wonder if we get in trouble for doing that. Anyways, until next time, see ya.